Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense and an empty set. He'll start this drive firing. With the catch, it's Burns. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Suggs. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes his connection. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Throws to the tight end. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Now on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Suggs. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
It's now second and goal.
They'll run the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going with the ground game left. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Getting some heat. Forced out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. The run to the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Working on the right. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it sucks. Fires to the big fella. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Zings it complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry up.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
The aerial assault continues. That's caught. It's Woods. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, though.
And guys with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Woods. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Back to pass. It sucks. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Burns. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Brings up second down.
The Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He looks that one in nicely. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He'll pitch it. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
At the 8-yard line. Second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Suggs. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Get set. Ready.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Second and very short here for the offense. Right back to it. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 40.
Terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Woods. And he delivers the stiff arm for a solid pickup on the play. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season. What a momentum-changing play for his team.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Got his man down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. But a little time lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking for a crease. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. They take the lead with the 6. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the option. And he breaks into the open. Quarterback gets enough. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. At the 35, he's open. Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on first down. That's caught. It's Flanagan. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 21, Penn State 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spiders.
Scanning the field, it's Suggs. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little extra time. And he's got it at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to throw it again. Buys a little time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Into the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They want that clock to run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Woods. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Wolverines inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Now they're going to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Going to the running game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback will audible. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Timeout, Michigan.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air. It sucks. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Moving away from pressure. Myers on the move. He makes the catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.